What's your story? Today, I'll be sharing with you about the power of story whispering. Not the power of storytelling, but story whispering. Before I share with you why that matters and what that actually means, let me share with you a bit about my background. Over the last 3 years, I've collected 700 stories from different people in more than 20 countries, including homeless people and millionaire entrepreneurs. Through the process of collecting these stories, I've written a book, I've worked with some great leaders, and I've successfully climbed Mount Allison. Yes. For those of you who didn't get the joke, Mount A is not a mountain. It's a university based in Sackville. Jokes aside, I'm really grateful to share some of my insights with you today. We all connect with the world and through stories. We connect with each other through stories. But here's the catch. Not only we all have different stories to the same situation, our stories are incomplete. Well, unlike the all-knowing gods, we don't have all the information to the same situation. A simple analogy. Each story we have for the same situation is a piece of the puzzle. For example, think about all those times when our job applications just went through a black hole. Whoosh! Gone. It sucks. If you're like me, your first reaction would be like this. I'm a pretty good applicant. I should at least get an interview. And I'm pretty unlucky, so application after application, I get rejected. And when I get the rare one interview, I get super excited. I'm like, oh my God, this is my chance. And I tell myself the story that, I'm the Asian Brad Pitt. I'm the star, yeah, for sure. And there was once I walked into the room and actually said that really loudly to the interviewer. It got, a bit awkward. But on a serious note, the fact that we all have different stories to the same situation, it's a huge problem. If you don't get my story or I don't get yours, we are not going to have the same understanding. We are not going to see the same picture. We are not going to be successful in working on a solution together. And you might ask, well, why does it matter? Why does it matter now? See, we face more and more complex problems in modern society. We also, like David said, we have more and more diverse perspectives with the rise of immigration, globalization, and so on. The puzzle that we have to put together with our stories then becomes so much larger. To expand my analogy, each story we have for the same situation is a piece of the puzzle. When we connect our stories together, we have a more complete puzzle. In other words, a better understanding, a better solution. So here's one message that I would love to share with all of you today. To solve a problem together, we need to connect our stories together. To connect our stories together, we need to be story whisperers. Now, since I mentioned that at the start of my speech, you might wonder, what the heck is a story whisperer? A story whisperer is someone who aims to understand your story through listening and asking questions. For my work and projects, I was a professional interviewer, but more accurately, I was a story whisperer by really listening and asking the right questions. I created space for a deeper conversation, a common solution. Let me share with you a story that's changed my life and transformed how I see story whispering. 2 years back, I started running this project called Humans of Sackville, a photojournalism project that features stories of strangers on the streets I meet for the first time. So what I would do is that I'll bring on my camera, go on the streets, and do photo interviews with strangers I meet on that day. One evening, I met this old man. Let's call him John. One of the questions I asked John was, John, what was the best thing that's happened to you in life? John had a big, big smile, I remember. And he told me, when I got married and when we had 2 kids. Those are my happiest moments. Isn't that cute? Right. But what happened after I posted the picture made me bawl like a baby. Well, if you know me, that's super rare because I didn't even cry watching Frozen. You know, I don't look tough, but I'm a tough Asian man, so I think so. Anyway, why did I cry? When I posted the picture online, it went viral. And so his family actually saw the picture and messaged me to say thank you. They told me the story I didn't know about John. It turns out that John had early stage Alzheimer's and dementia. So sometimes he'll forget who his family was. The picture became an important reminder of his love towards them. At that moment, through my tears, I realized, wow, I'm a story whisperer. By listening to John, we build a connection. By posting a picture online, I build a connection with his family, but also with the larger community. All of us who have families. That's the power of connecting our stories together. A more complete puzzle, a deeper understanding, a better solution. That's the power of a story whisperer. So here's my challenge to you today. In the next 7 days, when you meet someone new, ask them this one question and listen. So, what's your story? Thank you.